My Patreon supporter ordered me this outfit. It looks really nice. Thank you. The only recommendation, she ordered a medium. She probably should go with large. I'm kind of like borderline between medium and large, but this will work as long as it doesn't shrink in the wash. What I think I'm going to do, right now I'm doing laundry. I try to do it once a week, and the way I wash my bedding one week, and then the next week after that I do my clothes. And I'm always washing my bra and underwear. So even when I do my bedding, I'll throw the bras in there. So she's really awesome. The Lord's using my Patreon supporter. This is how I make sure I take my Seroquel and my vitamins and my allergy medicine, and that I don't overdose, because it's easy to forget. Like today's Wednesday, so I make sure I lay it all out in one of these. And right now, as far as my Seroquel goes, I heard from my men on Skype a couple days ago, and Brent says that he's got a plan, and so it looks like I might be able to get my Seroquel without having to see my current psychiatrist. And it appears that, anyways, I love this. This is really great. This is really great. So this is how I'm going to, if I don't think I'm going to be going for a walk today because it's raining, unless the rain tapers off by later. But this is typically how I dress when I go for a walk. These are my New Balance walking shoes. And this is the outfit she got me. I actually weigh about 134 pounds. My dream weight would be like 127, but I find that when I go on a diet, I don't feel too good right now. See, Loree's attacking me so much, and it's affecting my sleep. And when I go on a diet, it seems like I don't sleep as well. So maybe this is a healthy weight for me. This is maybe where I need to be. So I'm more concerned about getting my rest and looking like a model. So, and considering how much I weigh, I look pretty good. That's because I've been exercising regularly ever since Jesus gave me the order to go for a walk. Well, when he gave me the Gail commandments, I actually increased my walk. It's like 40 minutes when I go outside. And I also work out on this. I might end up working out on this today because it's raining. So, and right now I've got like, right here, I've got swelling in the tendons right around my temporomandibular joint. And that's because, well, this always pops, but the yeast infection has been, this genetically engineered yeast that Loree McBride is using has a tendency to go to the head, and it's causing all this to get swollen in here. It hurts to eat, though I find after I take a couple bites and the blood starts going to the muscle, I start feeling better. I'm cleaning up. See that I have one of these vacuum cleaners that you clean, and I cleaned it out last night. It was really dirty. When Angelina Ballerina was in charge, I cleaned it out at least once a month because her bombs were really bad. Loree McBride's bombs are almost getting as bad as Angelina's bombs were. So I clean this out, and then I'll be vacuuming in the evening. But you say, oh, you need to go see a dentist. I had a dental appointment in 2013, November 2013, and Jesus actually flattened my tire because he didn't want me to go to the dentist. Because the dentist, when I went to him, he produced a fake x-ray, said I had a big cavity and a tooth on this side, and said he needed to put in a dental implant, which would have cost me thousands of dollars, which I didn't have, and I was getting all stressed out about it. And then Jesus said, Gail, you don't need to go to the dentist, because he says if you keep your teeth clean, floss every day, and take good care of your teeth, that rule about having to see the dentist twice a year is, he said, Jesuits have taken over the dental profession. Also, it's better for your teeth and gums if you brush with a hard toothbrush from Jesus Christ himself. But nobody makes hard toothbrushes in this country. So I get medium, and then I use my Sonicare electric. So anyways, this is me at 134 pounds, but I have muscles. So because I have muscle, I don't look too bad at 134 pounds. my Patreon fan, you might want to order large for me. I'm kind of like borderline, but I've actually measured myself. My hips are like 30, I think it's like 38. My waist though is kind of like 29ish, almost 30ish, maybe 28. I don't know. It's just if I suck my gut in, it goes in a little bit more. But this is where I gain weight. I gain it right here in the waist and in the bust line. So it would go down if I go on the diet. But right now, my number one priority is to follow the Gail commandments to a T. That's why I'm doing laundry, even though it's raining. And thank you for this outfit. She takes really good care of me. You would never know from looking at me because of my supporters that that my income is like what the United States would consider poverty level. I basically only have just enough for food and bills, and anything above that I can get that I can put into savings or whatever, it's because of my Patreon support, my Patreon supporter. When the Lord's really, but I have faith in Jesus, and Jesus has ordered me to take Seroquel, and he's going to make sure that I'm able to do it. So I just wanted to show off this outfit. I actually like it. This looks good. She said it was black, so I thought it'd be all black, which would look, I don't look good with black head to toe, but with gray here and black down here, it's cute. It looks better than, this is one of my most attractive exercise outfits now. So anyways, she's still dropping bombs, and it's just, oh, my book, Bible for Tribulation Saints, I finished the first draft, and right now I'm in the process of editing. Here's where I'm at in my edits. I'm in 2012. You can see at the bottom where it goes, 14% of the way through the book. The book is about 744,000 words long. So I finished the first draft, and I sent it to Terrence, and he loved it. But now what I'm doing is going through, fixing typos, fixing any area where I might need to put in explanatory notes to help the reader understand the story better. So anyways, that's what I'm doing. So anyways, I'm so that's the box that it came in. So tonight I'll be vacuuming with a clean vacuum cleaner, and hopefully that's going to help. Maybe this right here. This is yeast infection. Oh, that hurts. Ooh. It hurts. It's a yeast infection right in there. You say, go to the dentist, and they'll give you, no. There's nothing the dentist can do for a yeast infection in my joint. The yeast are attracted to any inflamed tissue. So this tissue is probably a little bit inflamed because of the popping in here. I've had this for years. I just live with it. There's some bone loss in here, mineral loss, because the yeast has been sucking the minerals out of my bones, and it's gradually filling in. And the bones are trying to find out they're repositioning themselves because now that my yeast infection is pretty much healed, I get like relapses where I get infections in parts of my body, but it's no longer systemic. So what's happening is as the bone is filling in parts of my body, as the calcium and the minerals are filling in and the bone's filling in, some of the tendons have to readjust and find a new position. That's what's happening here. This is something that Brent and our computer satellite doctors can work on my joint. But right now, to get rid of the pain, the yeast infection has to go away. This is yeast. So keep taking Seroquel, drink a lot of water. And it's very important for me to exercise because it gets my blood moving, and it helps the body to bring the Seroquel to all the cells in my body. I've noticed the yeast, this particular yeast is attracted to the head. So all my infections are in the head. Like even when I floss my teeth, there's a real sore spot in here. It's not because of plaque or tartar. I clean my own teeth using a cleaning utensil. It's not because of plaque or tartar. It's because there's an inflamed spot right there where the yeast are going. They like to go to pockets around my head, like here or down here is one of my favorite spots. The dentist fooled me because I had Jesus said you got a minor yeast infection in that tooth, and you're just going to have to ignore it for now. So it's the yeast. Until she stops dropping these bombs, I'm going to keep on getting these little pocket infections through my body, and then the Seroquel and my exercise and the water that I drink and everything is going to get rid of it. So the exercise helps because it gets the blood moving, and it helps the Seroquel to penetrate more body cells. Before I was exercising, the Seroquel wasn't getting every part of my body because the blood wasn't moving enough. So that's how exercise helps. Anyways, this is, I'm a little bit chubby, but I'd rather be this way and sleep at night. I don't know. Even though myfitnesspal.com does work, I'm finding that when I go on a diet, I don't sleep as good. So I'd rather sleep than have a bikini model figure. And for my age, I'm going to be 60 on September 15th. I can't complain. I've got a nice skin, and I could look for my age. I look great. So, anyways, thanks, Patreon supporter. Love this outfit. It's cute. Yeast symptoms today, and that's a pretty high. Looks like she launched a blitzkrieg of Nukkake here to the northwest. All that Nukkake, I don't know what kind of bomb it is. It looks like all the semen just piled up from the ground up. I don't know what they are. And today is July I think it's the 9th. I'm not sure. It's the 9th. It's July the 9th. Pink rays on the bottom there. Let's see if we can get that. That's interesting. Right, Orlando sky. And if you look right there on the bottom, you can see a little bit of pink. Let's go back this way. Northwestern sky. So I've been pretty dizzy today and headachy. So whatever she's dropping and I have like red itch spots I have a red yeast itch spot on my hand. So this is the western sky, and this is going towards the southwest here. So this is the west. So July 9th, headache, dizzy, borderline vertigo. Is apparently the brain-to-brain communication I'm hearing that says that because I finished my first draft of Bible for Tribulation Saints today, my Gail shield is extending out into the universe is obviously not correct. Because if it was extending out into the universe, Loree McBride wouldn't be able to do this. She would. And plus they told me that she's lost, that my Gail shield was killing off all the Loree McBride Jesuits. It doesn't appear that way. So apparently I'm hearing incorrect brain to brain. Usually when you're dizzy from the radiation from these bombs, brain to brain gets all messed up. So the brain to brain is probably totally unreliable right now. Okay, let's continue my walk. Those clouds. Today is July the 10th, and respectively dizzy, and the yeast germ, the genetically engineered yeast germ that Loree's got in these bombs affects the nervous system. Like I have to make sure I follow the Gail commandments to the T, or else I have problems with insomnia. It's affecting my nervous system, and I get dizziness, a little bit of vertigo. Sometimes I can't wear my Max earplugs when I sleep. Exploding so many bombs that, look how high they are. So there's the top of the roof of the house. It's like an ocean of semen from the ground up. Amazing. These are probably hundreds of bombs, one on top of another. Today is the 11th of July. Whatever Loree has in these bombs, as you can see, it looks like a semen ocean up on the horizon. This is the western sky. It's causing my tendons around my temporomandibular joint on my left side to swell so that it hurts to chew. It's not a TMJ problem. This is a yeast infection of the tendons that control that joint, so when I move that joint it hurts. It kind of calms down after I start eating, but it's a yeast infection. A yeast infection induced swelling in the temporomandibular joint on the left hand side. Well, I'm always having popping in that joint anyways because of bone loss from the yeast infection, because mineral loss from the yeast infection, but it's gotten worse with these bombs.